Islam will be spread by two ways: through the importation of Muslims into your country, or the spread of lower income, predominantly minority men. Would you agree with that? And
yeah, the left love Islam and they will import Islam, and we see that in Australia and in London. One of the major people in the Department of Education in London, he's literally an imam and a mufti. He's literally an Islamic scholar and an imam who preaches. You will see Islam make its way into the left-wing politics. That's one of the reasons the borders were open the last 4 years. It was intentional about changing the character of this nation fundamentally. The way to destroy America will be Islam, and this is very obvious in UK. Half of Americans are left, half of Americans are right, give or take. The only way for leftism to win permanently is to import a group of people that fundamentally hates the American freedom. That happens to be Islam.
I don't think in my country, believe me, every inch of this land is mine. My ancestors have lived here for over 1,000 years. I don't believe in bending anything to newcomers. You've chosen to live in my country, you live by our ways. We have the right to intellectually criticize one another's faiths. As a Christian, I'm not intimidated by that. We've already gone through hundreds of years of doing this to ourselves. Christianity can stand up to it. Islam, by contrast, is pretty new to the world of getting criticized intellectually. It is absolutely right to criticize Muhammad, his conduct, his words. It's right to criticize the Quran. And if you don't like that, go and live somewhere else. We will be better off without you in this country. I want a country that will destroy anyone who does not accept the terms that I offered. Any Islamist who tries to impose Sharia law, any Islamist who thinks that we're going to use violence because you criticized our prophet or you criticized our book, I want a country that will destroy their lives, take away their kids, chuck them in prison, stop them having jobs, boot them out of the country. I do not want to tolerate any Muslim living in this country that does not accept the Christian heritage of this land and what comes with that. If you are willing to accept the Christian heritage of the nation, then there's a place for you. It's not just get rid of Muslims because they're Muslims. But I don't give a shit about Islamists. I think we need to ruin their lives, and anyone who even slightly hints at an Islamist ideology should be dealt with mercilessly, ruthlessly. All right. Are we clear about the term?
All right, folks, we're going to get into this. All right. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, comment, like, share, hit the bell, receive notifications from when I drop another video or any new videos, or the short times that I might possibly make it out and do a live. And actually, you know what, while you're at it, follow me on Instagram, because I can do a lot more on there than I can get into YouTube at the moment. But regardless, again, you see it in the title and you just saw the clips, right? Our nation is under attack, okay? It has been an ongoing attack that many of us have been trying to sound the alarm on for, if anything, decades. And it is showing its ugly head right now. And just in case you're living under a rock, I'm talking about the attack on Christians, which not just happening here in the US, but worldwide, and the spread of Islam and its evil Sharia law and their ways. It's spreading here in the US, and case in point is Michigan. Okay, there's a huge Islamist / Muslim, however you want to depict them, out there. And even in places like Florida and Texas, they are spreading their filth. Okay, they are buying up churches. And I mentioned this before. They're buying up churches and converting them into synagogues. They are out here bringing their filthy ways, their evil ways into the US. And if you come out and speak out against them, you are an Islamophobe. They're out here with their mosque, chanting, doing their calls to prayer and whatnot at 5 a.m. in the morning, but let a church ring its church bells, and then it's chaos from them. It's horrible. It needs to stop. That's from them themselves. But hey, let's go ahead and roll into it. Again, remember what I said at the beginning: comment, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, receive notifications. We gotta keep this rolling. We have to be vigilant on this. We have to stop this before it gets too far.
This horrific shooting and subsequent burning down of a church in Michigan. There is a war on Christians happening. It's become abundantly clear since the assassination of Charlie Kirk that a war has been declared by the far left and the Islamist radicals who have somehow started cooperating with them. They are declaring a war on Christians and people who are on the conservative side of the aisle in the Western world. This is clear through the ongoing murder of Christians in Nigeria, like Assyrian Christians in Iraq and Syria, Coptic Christians in Egypt, and even the hijacking of the only Christian nation in the Middle East, Lebanon, by Islamist radicals funded by Qatar, by the Islamic regime of Iran. You know, there's this old saying that first they come for the Saturday people, then they come for the Sunday people. And I hope that it's becoming abundantly clear to you guys living in the West that this is taking place right now. Since October 7th, there was a war declared on global Jewish population. Not just Israel, not just Israelis, but anybody who is Jewish. And they've succeeded. Jewish people's reputation is in the trash right now. Israel's reputation is in the trash. Nobody likes us, and they finished their task. They succeeded in ruining the reputation of Jewish people. Who's next? It's you. And by the way, we've only ever been the side piece. We've always been the side action. We've always been an afterthought. The real goal has always been you. That is why the Islamic regime of Iran and Qatar have been funding US universities and Western universities. It's why these royal families of Qatar have been buying up London. They're coming for you just like they came for us. They're coming for Judeo-Christian values. They are coming to destroy the Western world. The question is, what are you going to do about it?
So, can you guys believe it now? Do you see it? That was Dearborn, Michigan. Okay? You would have thought that you were over in Iraq, Afghanistan, any other Muslim nation, heck, even the UK right now, because have you seen that place recently? I told a story about an Irish girl about a month ago who was arrested because she was defending herself and, well, not just necessarily herself, but her sister and a friend against a grown Islamic man who was taunting the little girl, who was messing with her. Okay, he thought that he was going to be able to get away with it because, hey, in Ireland you're not allowed to arm yourselves. Okay, but she came out with 2 blades and she was ready to do what she had to do. But regardless, this is right here in our home country. This is right here, not even necessarily our back door, but it's at our front door. Okay, you have Zoran Mandami over in New York. And then again, you have several other, you have Rashida Tlaib, who is actually, you know what, Michigan is actually where her constituents are. You have several others who's the Somalian one? But regardless, they are already planted and in place here in the US in political positions. People want to be like, oh, but you're not supposed to be racist or prejudiced, or, you know, you're supposed to be tolerant. You're supposed to be, you know, yada, yada, yada. It's the US. And, you know, we're supposed to, okay, whatever. No, I'm going to put my foot down on this. They are not here to assimilate with us. They are here to destroy our way of life. They are here to dominate. They are here to conquer. They are not here to integrate with us. They don't want that. That is not their ways. They are meant their whole intent and purpose is to be here and to either convert us or destroy us. It's in the Quran. Okay? You can look it up for yourself. I'm trying to make this a short video. But they're out there and they're actively taking away bits and pieces of freedom in these places where they're able to control. Gays out there, the LGBT, well, I'm going to say LGB because they separate themselves from the T and Q last I saw. But there are places where Muslims are predominant, they have political authority, and they are refusing to allow you to fly your precious gay flag. Okay? Now, a lot of you who are on the left claim that it's Christians, and if you believe Hillary Clinton, I'm going to play her clip in a little bit, but if you believe Hillary Clinton, that it's Christian white men, and again, she put this out on the Morning Joe last Thursday, shortly after, or about a couple of weeks after the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And this is another issue with the left, is that they are out here painting Christians as the problem, Christians as the evil ones, Christians as the ones who are intolerant, where it's actually Muslims. And you guys are smooth brained enough to actually believe, those like Hillary Clinton, that it's evil white Christians or evil white Christian men. You can be gay and walk into a church. Not that they're going to accept your lifestyle, but you will not be torn apart. You will not be pounced upon and tossed off of a roof, or worse. Do that in a Muslim country. Do that in a mosque. You won't. They won't. Why is it that we're seeing these churches being attacked and not mosques? Why is that? There's a graph out there where it shows you all the churches that have been attacked. And I'm not saying it's all Muslims either. No, I'm not trying to put everything on the Muslims. Smarter than that. But you have those who are, like I said, smooth brain, who are listening to those like Rashida Tlaib and Nancy Pelosi and Hillary Clinton and all of these other leftists, and telling you that Christians are the problem. So what are they doing? They're going up and they're taking out little children at Catholic schools during prayer. What are they doing? They're going out and they're driving their vehicles into a church building during church service and sending people to glory. Trying to be as clear and vague at the same time because of YouTube. But regardless, same thing you can say with Charlie Kirk. A true man of God, sitting up there bringing the gospel to these college campuses, opening up for discussion, not pouncing on anyone because of their difference of opinion, but rather just having a casual, cordial, open discussion. Open about his faith, openly praying for students who came up to the mic and assassinated. Why? Because of the rhetoric from the left, the destructive rhetoric from the left. But hey, I want you guys to see this Hillary Clinton clip. Watch this.
We haven't gotten to the more perfect union, and we fought a civil war over part of it. And people have been protesting, for hundreds of years that, things were not as they should be, given our ideals and how we should be moving toward them. So I think that's what makes us so special as a country. And the idea that you could turn the clock back and try to recreate a world that never was, dominated by, let's say it, white men of a certain persuasion, a certain religion, a certain point of view, a certain ideology, is just doing such damage to what we should be aiming for. And we were on the path toward that. I mean, imperfectly, lots of, bumps along the way, but I agree with you, we were on the right trajectory.
Okay, you see that, right? You heard that, right? Hillary Clinton herself is out there, and I believe she even doubled down, tripled down on it, and states that it is the white Christian man that is the problem. It is the white man that is the problem. And then, of course, it's going to come down to Christianity is the problem. Those like Hillary Clinton, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, Hakeem Jeffries, and all of those left wing lunatics are out here pushing that narrative. They're pushing it, and you have those smooth-brained individuals who they're just feeding into it. They hit them with those specific words like Nazi and Hitler and things like that, and anti-democracy. Those little Q words, and people are acting off of it. Nothing about Muslims. Muslims out there in American streets right now saying out loud in huge, massive crowds, "Death to America." Fox News walked up to Rashida Tlaib to ask her how she felt about it. That's happened in Michigan, about the chanting of "Death to America," and she's like, "Oh, I can't. I don't speak to. I don't speak to Fox News. I don't speak to Fox News." It's a simple question, Rashida Tlaib. Do you agree, or how do you feel about your people saying "Death to America"? You have Ilhan Omar speaking to Somalian leaders here in the U.S., Muslims again, saying that she's here on behalf of Somalia. She's putting Somalia first. Again, Michigan, okay, has a heavy Somalian community, heavy Muslim community, heavy Islamist community. I mentioned before the purchase of churches and converting them into mosques. I mentioned other small towns and communities who have elected Muslim officials who are taking pieces away. Sharia law, okay, is what they want here in the U.S. A couple of Republicans have already come up with presenting a bill to prevent Sharia law from becoming a part of the U.S. for protecting our Constitution, which is insane that we even have to do that nowadays. It's all about conquering, folks. If you don't know about Sharia law, ladies, you're out here, you liberals, okay? Those are who I'm talking to. You're right here thinking that it's Christians, and you're believing that it's Christians. When a Christian has not come up and gone to a place where Muslims reside and impacted them in the way that they've impacted the Christian community negatively. You haven't seen that. As Christians, we don't stand with abortion, but you don't see us going up and attacking abortionists or going up to abortion clinics. You see us on the outside praying, worshiping, trying to save lives. But you don't see us going up there and doing the stuff that you see from the left. You don't see that. Again, if you are believing those like Hillary Clinton, I don't know if there's any hope for you, honestly, because it's basic, it's easy, it's common sense. They were really quick with the assassination of Charlie Kirk in declaring his shooter as being MAGA. Why were they so quick to do that? Seriously, on the left. Why are they so quick to tell you that ICE is drawing out illegals with children? Yes, they are saying that. They are saying that ICE is out here trying to lure out illegals by using their children as bait, the illegals' child as bait. See how dangerous this is? See how crazy it is? Folks, it's at our front door. The question is, are you ready to do what needs to be done to protect yourselves? Are you ready to stand firm and protect your faith? Are you ready to stand firm and vote no for those who say yes to what can come out and destroy you and your family? They are already building communities, Muslim communities, okay? Here in the US, I'm talking neighborhoods. All right? People want to say Jews, okay, fine. However you feel about Jews, whatever. That's a discussion for another day. But we can't ignore it. We can't ignore when we have a threat staring us directly in our faces and telling us, yes, I support this terrorist. You see links to terrorists. And I'm going to close out with this. I may have said it before in another video, but I'm going to say it in this one. I don't think we should have any elected official in office who does not stand for the Constitution of the United States. And I mean actually stand for it, not just throwing it out there, pretending that they stand for it. No, I mean legitimately stand for it. You should not be allowed to run for office if you are for socialism, communism, and everything other than what the American laws are, what our Constitution stands for. If you do by chance say that, yeah, I support the Constitution, I support the ways of the United States, I pledge allegiance, to the U.S., I do, sounding all, checking all the boxes type thing, and then it later comes out that you are actually not, that you were just pretending, that you should lose your seat. We should not have to stand here and just for the sake of unity, quote unquote, tolerance, quote unquote, allow ourselves to be destroyed from within just to try to prove a point. If they are here and intentionally trying to incite their evil demonic ways, no. Fine, be a citizen here, but that's as far as you get to go. You do not get to hold any type of political office. You don't even get to be dog catcher. Okay? But hey, let me know what you guys think. Again, thanks for stopping in. Let me know in the comments. Do you think Christianity is under attack? Or do you think, oh, no, it's cool, bro. We got it. We good. We good. Let me know what you guys think. Again, hit the bell, receive notifications for when I do upload another video. And hit me up on Instagram. Follow me. And I'll try to get some more content out in the near distant future. But hey, stay prayed up. God bless. And I'll check you guys on the next one.